Good morning, dear students. Welcome to today's session of online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Students, in our accountancy chapter 1, that is financial statements of not-for-profit organization, today we are discussing a new topic, that is fund-based accounting. First of all, let us see what is fund. Fund means amount received or set aside by a not-for-profit organization for a specific purpose. So students, if not for profit organization they are receiving any fund or donation, they have to keep it aside and they should use that fund only for that specific purpose for which it is received or set aside. The same way, the fund, if it is generating any income, that too will be set aside and used for that specific purpose alone. Moving further, fund-based accounting means the accounting whereby receipts of donation and income relating to a particular fund are credited to a separate fund account and payment and expenses are debited to it. So here we have to prepare a separate account for that particular fund and we will credit all the donations, receipt and incomes, and we will debit all the payments and expenses. Examples of such funds are building fund, library fund, sports fund, prize fund, etc. So if we are receiving building fund, we will use that building fund only for the purpose related to construction of building alone. We can't use that fund for any other purpose. Credit balance in the fund account is shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. And if the balance is debit, it is transferred to income and expenditure account. Okay. So this is a small summary about fund based accounting. Let us go in detail with this. Now let us discuss about the categories of fund. Students, there are two categories of fund. The first one is unrestricted fund and the second one is restricted fund. Unrestricted fund means the fund use of which is not restricted. This fund is known as general fund or capital fund. So children, the fund received to non-profit organization which have no restriction for its use. So it can be used for any purpose. So such type of funds are known as unrestricted fund, and the other name for this type of fund is general fund or capital fund. We know that in income and expenditure account, the closing balance is either surplus or deficit. So if it is surplus, we will add that surplus to capital fund, and if it is deficit, we will deduct it from the capital fund. So this was about unrestricted fund. There are certain restricted fund in non-profit organization. The use of restricted fund is restricted either by the management or by the donor for a specific purpose. So it is the fund restricted fund is the use of this fund is restricted by the management or by the donor. So in short, we can say that restricted fund can be used only for some specific purpose. Yes, here are some examples of restricted funds. The first one is government grant. Grant received from government for specific purpose is restricted to be used for the purpose it is granted. So children, if we are receiving, that is non-profit organization is receiving any government grant, they can use that grant only for the specific purpose. For example, if government is giving grant for polio eradication program, so this non-profit organization have to arrange such program and they can use that fund for that purpose only. They can't use that grant for any other purpose. Okay. The second category of restricted fund is endowment fund. Endowment fund is a donation with a condition by the donor to use only the income earned from the investment of such funds for the specific purpose so that the original donated amount remain intact. So children, if suppose a donor is donating some 1 lakh rupees to the non-profit organization, and he put a condition that the amount of 1 lakh they have to put it in the fixed account, and on that fixed account whatever interest that invested amount is earning, only that interest amount can be used in the non-profit organization. That means the original donated amount remains intact, and the income earned through that investment can be used by the non-profit organization for some specified purpose. Okay, that is one category of restricted fund. Next is annuity fund. And annuity fund is established when a non-profit organization receives assets from a donor with a condition to pay specified amount periodically to designated beneficiaries or beneficiary. So here what does that means is, here the donor of some asset is giving his asset to the non-profit organization with the condition that this non-profit organization should pay periodically some specified amount to the beneficiaries. Okay. Next one is loan fund. Fund is set aside to grant loans for specific purposes, say loan to pursue higher educations. So here the loan fund is given to the non-profit organization, whereby some only for some specific purpose. For example, if it is they are giving loan for higher studies, okay, so such specific purpose only such loans will be granted. Then next is fixed asset fund. Fixed asset fund is earmarked to investment in few fixed assets or already invested in fixed assets. So here, what does this mean is such building fund is one example of fixed assets fund. Okay, so that can be used only for that construction of fund. Next is prize fund. Prize fund is the fund set up to use for distribution as prize, say for achievement or contribution to the welfare of the society. So prize fund will be used for distribution of prize given up by the non-profit organization. If there if for the welfare of the society or for the achievement in the contribution to this non-profit organization, some prizes will be given by the non-profit organization through this fund. Okay, so that is prize fund. Let us discuss one problem related to fund based accounting. Here is a small problem. Here you can see the question goes this way. You are given tournament fund rupees 2 lakh, tournament expenses rupees 60,000, and receipt from tournament rupees 80,000. So for solving this problem, you are supposed to prepare a balance sheet. All type of specific fund, okay, all type of specific fund will be shown in the balance sheet liability side. So this tournament fund will also be shown in the balance sheet liability side. Inner side you can write tournament fund is rupees 2 lakh as given in the question. You can copy it here. And all that fund or receipt or donation which increases that fund will be added to this fund account. Okay. So you can see as you have arranged a tournament fund tournament, you sold some ticket and you received some amount from sale of that ticket, so that will be added to this fund because that fund will increase because of this receipt. Okay, add receipt from tournament 80,000. Now your fund amount is 2,80,000, and as you have conducted that tournament and there was certain expenses for that, and that to cover that expenses you made use of this fund. Okay, so from this fund you have settled that expenses, that is 60,000. So your tournament fund will reduce by 60,000, and the total amount what is now you have in your tournament fund is 2,20,000. So this is a very small problem. This gets a small, you may have get a small understanding about how to deal with this fund based accounting. Let us discuss a different one more problem. Now here is a second problem related to fund based accounting. Let me read the question first. Expenditure on construction of pavilion during the year was rupees 6 lakh. The construction work is in progress and not yet completed. Pavilion fund as on 31st March 2019 rupees 8 lakh. Donation for pavilion received on 15 September 2019 rupees 10 lakh. Capital fund as at 31st March 2019 rupees 20 lakh. So this is the information given to you. They have given focused on two types of fund. One is pavilion fund and the other one is capital fund. Okay. Here you can see the capital fund we have discussed. It is a part of unrestricted fund. Okay. So first thing what you have to do is to write the capital fund amount in the balance sheet. So capital fund, below that write opening balance of capital fund given to you in the question is 20 lakh. Okay, that 20 lakh you can copy over here. That is the first thing you have to do. Okay, now next is related to pavilion fund. So pavilion fund, it is given that on 31st March 2019 it is 8 lakh. So as it is that fund, how much that fund is, you have written over here 8 lakh. Okay, inner side you have to write that, and whatever receipt, donation or income generated through that fund will be added to it, and if there is expenses related to that fund account, it will be deducted. So as we read the question, you can see that some donation we have received for this pavilion. Okay, and that was 10 lakh. So that 10 lakh you will add to this pavilion fund, so it will be 18 lakh now. Okay, so children, what we did, let me go through what we have done so far. First we wrote capital fund opening balance with 20 lakh. Then we wrote pavilion fund which is given in the question as 8 lakh. Then we added the donation for pavilion fund what is given as 10 lakh. So we got 18 lakh as our total. The next step what is we have to do is expenditure on construction of pavilion during the year was rupees 6 lakh. The construction work is in progress and not yet completed. So here reading this sentence, what we have to understand is that pavilion stage work is not completed. It's still work in progress. Okay. So by next year, sometimes it will be completed. So that means soon it will be an asset for that organization. Okay. So as that pavilion is an asset, or it is the work is going on, for how much the work is going on, for that amount that pavilion will be regarded as an asset. Hence you can see that pavilion work in progress is written as 6 lakh in the asset side of balance sheet. Okay, so the first entry related to pavilion is, or you have to very carefully note down such entry, because there are three different adjustment related to this. Okay, so pavilion, first of all, as it is an asset, it will be converted in the asset in the nearby future. So that will be recorded as an asset. The second thing what you have to do is you have to transfer this expenditure of pavilion to the capital fund. Okay, so you will add that 6 lakh amount to the capital fund. So transfer from pavilion fund. So that 6 lakh, the expenditure on construction of pavilion of 6 lakh will be transferred to the capital fund. It will be added over 6 lakh over here, and it will be deducted from the pavilion fund. Okay, so three adjustments you have to do related to pavilion expenditure on construction of pavilion, and as it is work in progress, you have to go for a three different adjustment. One is treat it as an asset. Second one is transfer the amount under construction to capital fund. So you have to deduct it from pavilion fund and add that same amount to the capital fund. So this is how you have to deal with such a problem. Okay, you can read the note given at the bottom of the this problem. Any expenditure of capital nature out of specific fund is shown in the asset side of the balance sheet, and an equal amount is transferred from that specific fund to the capital fund. So this specific fund, that is pavilion fund, work in progress, will be transferred to the asset side as well as will be transferred to the capital fund. Okay, so you have to deduct it from that pavilion fund such amount and add to the capital fund. The same amount will be added to the capital fund. Okay, so this is how you will deal with the problem. So children, I hope you have understood today's problem. Today we had discussed the fund-based accounting concept of not-for-profit organization. It is a very important concept. So do practice problem. I have provided some notes to you related to fund-based accounting. Copy it in your accountancy notebook. Test paper is also there, so do attend it and send it soon before the prescribed time. Meet you in the next class with the new topic. Till then, goodbye.